Hello, Robert Stritzinger here. Welcome to Food Talk Friday. This is edition 1 of Food Talk Friday, and what Food Talk Friday is all about is bringing you some good information on what to eat, what not to eat, maybe talking about some of the food issues of our day, and also just helping you to change your diet, because basically going on a diet doesn't work. It's bullshit, okay? I'm just going to be honest. Diets don't work. We all know that. We've all seen that. It's a temporary fix. Basically, what you need to do is change your diet. Your diet is what you eat on a daily basis, okay? So to change that, you need to find some new recipes, find some new things that you like to eat that are healthy, right? Okay, Food Talk Friday is going to help you do that, because every Friday I'm going to give you a recipe that is healthy and it's also vegetarian. Okay, now you'd be crinkling up your nose thinking, ew, vegetarian, I don't know if I like that. Well, it'll do you good to learn something new. It'll do you good to learn some vegetarian recipes, because I realized, even for me, being a chef, when I wanted to change my diet, it was really, really hard. And the reason it was really hard is because we have all these attachments to eating. We have emotional attachments, physical attachments, mental attachments, all to eating, and it's a habit that we do over and over on a daily basis, at least 3 times a day, and so it's hard to break those kind of habits. But breaking habits isn't the most important thing. The most important thing is to develop a new habit, and the new habit you'll be able to develop is trying one new recipe a week. So every Friday I'll give you a new vegetarian recipe to try. It's going to be really easy, because I understand a lot of people don't really know how to cook, and a lot of them you won't even have to cook. So what I want to talk about today is Consumers Reports had a report that came out recently about ground turkey, and specifically ground turkey. And if we're trying to eat healthy, we know turkey is a good thing to eat. It's low in cholesterol, low in fat, and it's a good, pretty clean protein. But what Consumers Reports found out was they did 258 samples from around the country, and 50% of those samples had fecal matter in the ground turkey. So, but the most alarming part about that is not the fecal matter. What is alarming about it is that these bacteria, these bad bacteria that are in the ground turkey are resistant. They are they're like a super virus. They've built up immunity, because what they do is they inject these turkeys with so many antibiotics that they develop these super bugs, and these super bugs are immune to antibiotics. So if you get sick on them, then there's not a lot that you can do about it. You might have to try several different antibiotics before you can actually get over it. So just something to be aware of. We should all be eating more organic foods than than processed foods. We should all be, whole turkey breast is much more healthy for you than the ground meat, because that ground meat, again, it just all that stuff gets ground in to there. So if there's something, it gets ground throughout the meat. Whereas when you cook a whole chunk of turkey breast, there might be something on the outside which will get killed in the cooking process. Especially salmonella does get killed by heat if it gets cooked to 165 degrees or more. So just something to keep in mind if you are if you are eating something like ground turkey. The idea of having these super resistant bacterias, and they're just getting more resistant, and what do we do when we don't have any more antibiotics that are strong enough to fight them off, right? So that's just what I wanted to get you aware of today. Today our recipe is asparagus mushroom gratin, and it's, again, I said it's a pretty easy recipe. Just click below here on my on my YouTube video, and that'll take you over to the recipe. And also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get Food Talk Friday every Friday. Make sure you don't miss it. Get your recipe. You have a whole week to cook it then, and try something new. After 20, 30 weeks, you might have 10 or 15 or maybe more recipes that you really like that you can keep in your repertoire to eat healthier every day, or at least one day a week, right?